Hello and welcome to this week's episode of On Deck with Avoya, your weekly travel update. I'm your host, Chris Greene, Director of Network Expansion for Avoya Travel. Thank you so much for your time and for your continued support of On Deck with Avoya. As we approach our third year of doing this show, it amazes me how much positive feedback we continue to receive about our program, its content, and how it helps those that engage with our program have a deeper understanding of what Avoya Travel does and why it's the elite host agency in leisure travel. Today, we have a great program. If you love marketing, listen up. This one's for you. And guess what? If you cringe at the thought of marketing your business, but you still love selling travel, well, great news for you too, because Avoya's marketing is multifaceted and has best-in-class resources like our Marketing Resource Center for those that are actively generating their own clients. And on the flip side, the world-famous Avoya Live Lead program. And to tell us all about it today, we're honored to welcome back Sam McCully, Senior Vice President of Marketing for Avoya Travel, to On Deck with Avoya. Sam will be joining us for an Avoya Insider segment here in just a few minutes. We're also going to take a quick spin through some of the top travel industry news in our Eye on the Industry feature, including an update on the Canadian wildfires and its impact on travel numbers. The Margaritaville brand is losing the flip-flops and headed for the snow as it brands its first ski resort. And we'll have details on major renovations as they continue at New York's JFK Airport. We'll have the latest on that ongoing project here in just a moment. And we'll wrap up our show today with information on our latest promotions, travel agent education, social media, and of course, all the ways that you can reach out and get the process started to affiliate with Avoya Travel, the #1 host agency in leisure travel. So let's kick it off. This week's episode of On Deck with Avoya, your weekly travel update. Some industry insights in our Eye on the Industry feature. The Canadian wildfires have been making major headlines these last few months, but tour operators thankfully say there's been negligible impact on their businesses in Canada since these hundreds of wildfires broke out across Canada in late spring. Travel advisors who book Canadian rail trips said only a small number of tours had been affected in roughly 3 months that the wildfires have been burning primarily in the provinces of British Columbia, Alberta, Northwest Territories, Ontario, and Quebec. Our friends at G Adventures said some departures had to be adjusted due to the wildfires, but none of their trips had to be canceled or postponed, and guests are primarily continuing on their trips as planned. The biggest concern expressed by a guest has been with the poor air quality that the wildfires have created, which have not only affected Canada, but of course parts of the United States, even as far away as Europe. Trading in the flip-flops for ski boots, Margaritaville plans to open its first mountain resort, the Margaritaville Resort Lake Tahoe, at the end of this year. Margaritaville is reflagging the Lake Tahoe Resort South Hotel in South Lake Tahoe, California. The hotel is currently undergoing a multi-million-dollar revamp. Located near the base of South Lake Tahoe's Heavenly Mountain Resort, the 399-room property is expected to debut as a Margaritaville resort in time for the 2023-2024 ski season. They've updated the guest rooms. They're going to be outfitted with neutral color tones and pops of green, while the refreshed atrium-style lobby will feature the brand's signature 13-foot flip-flop, as well as double-sided fireplaces and Margaritaville glass chandeliers. And I think if you look at the snow numbers that they had this year, I expect ski trips to really be on the top of a lot of clients' lists coming up for next fall, winter, and spring. And finally, American Airlines will partner with the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey on a $125 million redevelopment of the Terminal 8 concession area at JFK Airport. The redesign and expansion includes a new Great Hall that's expected to house more than 60 restaurants and retailers. Neither American nor the Port Authority provided a timeline for the project, but the Port Authority did say that they're holding educational sessions for potential contractors July 27th and potential concessionaires on August 1st. The project follows the completion last November of a $400 million renovation, long overdue, expansion of the JFK Terminal 8 that included new check-in areas, 5 new wide-body gates, and an upgraded baggage handling system. The expansion allowed American to co-locate the Terminal 8 with partners British Airways, Iberia, and Japan Airlines. All right, time for our weekly question and answer segment. And I always get great engagement when we bring this topic up, the topic of marketing. Some love it. Let's face it, some loathe it. But if you're a small business owner, having a steady stream of clients that want to engage with you about the products that you sell is vital. Thankfully, Avoya Travel has a few marketing gurus running our marketing efforts, including at the very top of the team, Sam McCully, Senior Vice President of Marketing for Avoya Travel. Sam has an amazingly strong marketing background, as he's going to share here in just a moment. And the team he leads continues to help generate the exclusive live leads that still make up the majority of sales in the Avoya network, as well as a host of other amazing marketing assets. So please help me welcome our featured Avoya Insider guest this week, Sam McCully, Senior Vice President of Marketing for Avoya Travel. Sam, so great to have you back on the show, my friend.
It is great to be here, and I appreciate you using that younger picture of me, Chris.
Absolutely. Well, you can thank those on your team, and they probably did it because they didn't want to get called into a meeting later about it. Sam, like we normally do, quickly fill in our guests on your experience as a marketing expert and what led you to Avoya Travel as our SVP of Marketing.
Absolutely, Chris. So I've been in the industry 20 plus years, the marketing industry, specializing in really cross category building of brands, bringing industry leading products and services and experiences to market. We'll hit on that later. For Fortune 50 companies like Samsung, Microsoft, Ford, Boeing, Coca-Cola, and of course, Avoya. I have a passion for all things digital, tech, and data. And I work hard every day to apply that to building our marketing organization. Really over the past decade, it'll be 10 years in December that I'm fortunate enough to have worked at Avoya and in the amazing travel industry that we all work in. And to your question on how did I get to Avoya, it was really it was serendipitous. I actually moved my family across the country, planned to take some time off, and then I ran into the Anderson family, and then quickly had a conversation about their vision for the future of Avoya. Lined up well with obviously my expertise, and I was just blown away with just how smart and talented entrepreneurial the family was at the time, and here we are today.
So Sam, as the Senior Vice President of Marketing, kind of walk me through what a normal day-to-day looks like for you and how that actually has a trickle-down impact to those in the Avoya network.
Yeah, normal day. What are those? An average day, and especially in marketing. But that's what makes it such an awesome ride, and just such a great time. It's just a continual learning curve, and just every day it's something new and different and fresh. So, and that's what I love, and that's what marketers love, especially the ones that work at Avoya. On average, really kind of our focus is always on keeping an eye on trends out in the marketplace, emerging technologies. We're always building things, new capabilities. We're digging in. We love data. We're digging into data, deploying and launching new programs. And then, of course, working with my teams and my employees to just continue to rally and deliver results. And we do that every day, first and foremost, for our amazing network of independent agencies. We want to help them sell more and ultimately be more successful as we grow this brand, as we really continue to lead the industry forward. Every day, every minute of every day, we have the amazing travel advisor at the heart and in the mind of what we do.
Absolutely. And I personally very much believe that the marketing capabilities of Avoya Travel are really a big key differentiator between what we do and what our competitors do. And I guess first off, Sam, do you agree with that statement? And as a follow-up, what are some of the ways that you see Avoya's marketing efforts making a major difference in the overall success of the Avoya network?
Well, I definitely wouldn't disagree. But really good question. And we spent years, as I mentioned earlier, building this marketing powerhouse, and really in a way that we believe is leading the industry. If you ask our supplier partners, hopefully more than 9 out of 10 would agree with that statement. Marketing is ever changing. It's expensive. It takes time, and that's really, and again, credit to the Andersons and Avoya. Over the years, we really have built something very powerful and special that really, at the end of the day, is all designed to help you as a travel advisor, be more successful, sell more, and live that lifestyle that you want to live. And, in particular with our offering that we've built over the past decade plus, is really, it's meant to really support many different types of independent agencies or travel agencies or advisors, businesses. Need new clients, we got you. Already have clients but need marketing support, we've got you. And or a little of both, right? We've got you too. So really, we've built our set of solutions and our capabilities and our marketing in a way that is multidimensional and very flexible, to help you in whatever way you want to build your business. We're going to be here to support you.
Sam, I'm curious, this is just kind of off the cuff, but do you think if the Sam McCully from 2013 could fast forward to the Sam McCully of 2023, he'd be shocked at some of the things that you're involved in, even with that same title? I mean, as the SVP of marketing, has marketing just dramatically changed so much in the last decade that you think you'd be surprised at where we stand now?
Marketing, I joke, it's like, every month, every quarter, it's changing. I mean, to really thrive in the field of marketing, you really need to be comfortable with not being comfortable and things continuing to move and shift. So I don't think I'd be surprised at just how much the industry and the marketing discipline has changed and evolved, especially when we utilize technology and data so much in what we do. And the visibility that we have now is just unbelievable. What really surprises and delights me is what we've been able to do with the Avoya brand, from 10 years ago. And, the company itself, obviously our new ownership group, the level of investment that, the family did, and now the ownership group is making in the company. That's what really, if I were to step back and have that crystal ball or be able to look into the future, that's what it would have impressed me the most.
Great answer. I appreciate that, Sam. Can you share with me some thoughts on how Avoya Travel's new consortium partner, the Travel Leaders Network, in conjunction with the amazing things that your team does, can make Avoya and the Avoya Network even stronger and stand out even more?
Yeah, that's actually a great and very timely proof point of what we were talking about before in terms of this expanding marketing offering. We recently joined forces with Travel Leaders Network, or as we call them, TLN, to expand our marketplace reach and scale and really create this even bigger powerhouse with Avoya's digital savvy in our strength in omni-channel marketing and technology and data, with their scale and reach in programs like direct mail and other very impressive lead programs that they have. So when you combine that with Avoya's live leads, our Avoya Smart Leads program, and now when you combine that with Travel Leaders Network and what they offer, it really is industry, not just leading, but it's very powerful. And so, again, I would encourage prospective independent agencies, travel advisors, talk to Chris and his team, the network expansion team, to learn more, and to get into more of the details, because it was really powerful before, but now it's been turbocharged. So very exciting times, and we've got great partners over there, and we continue to collaborate, and we're going to be doing things that are really going to be exciting in the industry as a whole.
We're going to do a little bit more on this next week too with Nick Renaud, Director of Content for Avoya Travel, as we talk about some of the ways that his team is incorporating what they do with their profiler at Travel Leaders Network and what Avoya Travel does so well. Again, you use the word turbocharged. I think that's really a great way to talk about that. Sam, let's talk live leads for a second, because I do think that there's some misconceptions out there sometimes when it comes to the Avoya Travel live lead program. So let me hit you with a couple and you just riff on these. Avoya Travel says they generate live leads, but come on, they're few and far between. True or false, Sam?
Completely false. We have an abundance of leads that we generate across many different product types or vacation types, across cruise, tour, and land. So it's not just a trickle. It's not just a slow moving river or stream. It's a large ocean of opportunity, and it's really just, we can match we can match the demand out there as it relates to advisors wanting to take more leads. We can easily match and exceed that. So absolutely false.
Second one, only experienced affiliates benefit from the Avoya Live Lead program. True or false?
False again. Our live lead program, no surprise to hear that one, right? It's vital to the success and growth of our newer independent agencies. If you think about it, especially agencies that really are just starting and establishing, they need prospects, they need leads, right? And again, we talked about that earlier. It's expensive, it takes time, it takes time away from you selling, right? So it's really been, as we've seen over the years, a critical component of helping newer independent agencies grow and grow their businesses and be successful.
All right, so the next one. I'm not very good at marketing. Can I really build my business using Avoya Live Leads as like the main component?
Absolutely. I had a conversation with a very entrepreneurial and now very successful newer independent agency. It's a partnership between two gentlemen, and they exclusively focus on Avoya Live Leads. And if you see their sales production, it's unbelievable. So and again, it's especially for newer agencies. Or if you're not good at marketing, again, it's okay, because it's not easy to get good at marketing, right? It takes time and investment and a lot of other things. So absolutely, you could be successful.
Pretty sure you're talking about Ryan Warshaw and Dave Levine there, right, buddy?
Oh, yes, I am. If you're going to call out my name,
because we had them on the show. We featured their amazing story, and I'm going to get Annabella to drop a link to their version of On Deck with Avoya in the comments for this one, because they do tell an amazing story. All right, last one, then we'll move on to another topic. I know of 2 other Avoya affiliates that live kind of close to me geographically. Is that going to hurt me and how Avoya Live Leads are offered if I'm in the network?
Not in the least. Geography has no factoring into how we distribute Avoya Live Leads. Rather, our system is a patented performance-based process and system. The better you are at working and closing Avoya Live Leads, the more you're going to receive, and the more you're going to receive on premium supplier and vacation type. So absolutely not the case. And again, it's a performance-based system.
Thanks for clearing up some of those misconceptions, Sam. Sam McCully, Senior Vice President of Marketing for Avoya Travel, is our featured Avoya Insider guest today. Sam, let's switch topics for a sec. Talk to me about a moment for something that I know you love, I love. We love talking about it and bragging about it, the Avoya Marketing Resource Center, and why that remains such a cornerstone resource for Avoya Travel.
Yeah, really good question, Chris. Whether you book live leads, you book your own clients, or a mix of both, the Resource Center is really aptly named. It is a huge resource for our network, and we're constantly loading it up with, as I'll say, marketing goodies. We get excited about them. Just absolutely beautiful assets that our very talented creative services team within marketing creates across social, email, collateral, video assets, just amazing stuff that you can utilize for your business in a very turnkey way. And recently, what we've also been offering, just again to take it to the next level and to continue to do things in the industry that are unique, is we're offering a very high level of customization of those assets. Again, they're easy to pick and grab and then deploy, or we can deploy them for you in an on behalf of type of way. Now you can brand and customize the assets for your own marketing programs and services and tactics. So we allow you now to customize with your own agency branding, among other ways that we can customize. So it's something that we've seen really helps our independent agencies and our travel advisor network, and we continue to do it and are happy and proud to do that. So awesome resource. And it continues, the usage continues to uptick month over month, given the additional support that we offer, along with all the amazing assets that are loaded up into that regularly.
So here we are, Sam, hard to believe, but we're already past the halfway point of 2023. Give me your thoughts on the first half of the year, and then kind of again using that crystal ball to project out for me the next 6 months, and maybe some important things that the travel advisor community should be focused on as we look towards the end of 2023.
Yeah, really good question. I think obviously it's been a epic year for the industry, and for not just the recovery, but I would call it a renaissance. We're in this new era of travel, and obviously we fundamentally believe that the travel advisor is as a foundational element of the future of travel. And this year we really spent a lot of time collaborating with our network. You mentioned a few of the very talented independent agencies that we have a privilege to support and partner with. And as this year, for the first half of the year, we were very intentional in collaborating in a more deeper, more meaningful way, learning from each other. Like, what do they see every day? What do we see? And then how do we help them become more successful? And one of the key ingredients that I saw and continues just to think about is that in terms of them, a travel advisor and agency being successful, there's a few key ingredients, but I think one of the biggest ones is finding your lane in terms of the types of vacations and products that you are passionate about, that you love, you travel on. Really make that your cornerstone, and then also apply that to the agency that you build in your branding, in the way that you service your customers. That as I've seen in your talents too, take your talents and apply those uniquely to your business, and really differentiate yourself in your agency. So that this year, I've just, the level of entrepreneurship that I've seen, it's just unbelievable. And the exciting thing too is I look at all the data and the signals for the second half of 2023 and into 24 and 25 and beyond. The demand pipeline and the marketplace continues to, of course, we'll have little bumps in the road with the economy and geopolitical situations, but demand will continue to be very strong for, thankfully, what we love and what we sell. So as that demand continues to be strong, really level up your own brand, really your lane, as I called it, or the specialize in terms of what you want to sell and how you want to sell it. Don't be afraid to be unique, and don't be afraid to be different.
Sam, anything on the personal travel front you've got on the horizon, or anything you wrapped up already for this year you were excited about?
I just wrapped up a family trip back to the Midwest. I saw cousins and second cousins and third cousins I haven't seen in 4 to 5 years. So awesome time with my family. Obviously, it wasn't some exotic, cruise or tour in Africa on the safari, but just a great time. But I will say that as I was looking ahead of my calendar in Q4, I'm going to quietly sneak away on the Oceana Vista inaugural on the West Coast with my lovely wife of 18 years. So we're really looking forward to 3 days of being pampered on that amazing new product that Oceana is rolling out. So looking forward to that one.
I bet you are. Just a few more before we wrap up today, but I wanted to offer you a chance, Sam, to share a few tips or maybe bits of advice that maybe if we were gearing this towards an experienced agency, right? I mean, because the fact is we talk a lot about new to travel, but there's some agencies out there that just through grit and hard work have built these amazing agencies from the ground up, and they're maybe doing $500,000 in annual sales, but maybe they're still leaving some money on the table by not being with the right partner. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. And I think that's a shameless plug for a very exciting new program that we have coming later this quarter that we're going to be rolling out. And I'm personally involved in that new program, and know what that's going to encompass. And very excited about what we're going to be rolling out. I believe it's disruptive in the industry. And when you combine that new commission program with what we already offer, and again, we're going to really push to shove, and we're going to show how it compares and how it stacks up to what else is out there. We really are excited about that. And also, I just continue to be inspired every day about, on the support side of Avoya, the amazing, experienced, and oftentimes former sellers that we have that are here to support you. So when you look at, the marketing, you look at the technology, and soon when you look at the commission levels and you really stack those up, we believe it's going to be disruptive. So it's a really good time right now to if you haven't thought about it recently, pick up the phone and give us a call, because we're going to be taking things to the next level in a very short time frame.
Very well done, Sam, on the teaser there. I appreciate you following my lead on that one. Sam, before we go, I know you've covered this in your past appearances with us here on Deck with Avoya, but in the most basic of terms, are you still excited about what you see in the future for leisure travel?
Not just excited, but I was just at an industry event on the West Coast, and with the top, really some of the top leadership on the retail side, the supplier side, cruise lines, tour operators, land, and then also, industry media. And, it is such a special group of people. And it's just, I've worked in a lot of different industries, Chris, finance, tech, CPG, among many others. If I keep rattling it off, it'll really show my age and tenure. But it's such a special industry, and as a marketer, our purpose and what we do every day, and you as sellers, it's so rare. It's such an amazing, smart group of people. And regardless of whatever the future holds with economy or geopolitical situations, it will continue to thrive and grow, and we will get better as an industry. And couldn't be more excited and privileged for what the future will hold for us all.
Sam McCully, everyone, Senior Vice President of Marketing for Avoya Travel. Sam, thanks as always for your time and your support of On Deck with Avoya. We appreciate it.
Hey, and let's go hit up that margarita ski resort here soon, Chris. I know I was feeling you on that, buddy. We got to do that together, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds like a plan.
All right, have a good one.
Thanks again. Next week, we are excited to welcome back Nicholas Renault for an Avoya Insider segment. But in some ways, this is kind of like a Meet the Team segment, because Nick has had some major changes in his role since we last had him on the show, and we can't wait to explore his role as the Director of Content for Avoya Travel. And that'll be next Thursday right here on Deck with Avoya, airing on our normal places at our normal time. Let's quickly talk about promotions here, right? Because we've got a couple of great promotions we want to share with you. One from our network enrichment team, the $50 bonus commission. Basically, join the network, get everything taken care of, and then in the first 30 days, complete your Avoya University, which again is easy if you're focused and engaged. Claim and close an Avoya Live lead, hit the criteria. There's a $50 bonus commission. My team's happy to give some details, and of course, all the details available as you sign up for the network. Again, that's exclusive to those new to the network. Only those who joined Avoya Network after June 1st of this year would certainly qualify for that. And then our ongoing promotion, our military promotion. We certainly appreciate our veterans and our active duty military community. They make great travel advisors. They're disciplined, well-traveled. They love the world. We're taking off $100 on the affiliation fee for them and their spouses. So again, you can reach out to my team. Details available at avoyanetwork.com. That's a fantastic promotion. We'll certainly have that one in an ongoing basis. And it all leads us into education, right? Travel agent education powered by Avoya is just blowing up, doing incredibly well, especially the recent switches we had. We had Gina Hoyt on here a few weeks ago. One of the things I really want to focus about on the travel agent education powered by Avoya by 1 second is that this is a test. When you take the final test, 100 questions, it's open note, it's open book, it's open internet. And we're not doing that because we want to make it easy for you. We're doing that because that's what great travel advisors do when they come across a question that they don't know. They use the resources available to them to find the answer that they can advise the client in the best way possible. So make sure you reach out. Travel agent education powered by Avoya. And at the end of that, the resources, as Sam McCully was talking about today, I mean, wow, agent power, live leads, the marketing assets, the support 7 days a week. We are a shared success business model. We don't make money unless our advisors make money. The reason we have these teams, the reason the resources are so deep, We don't make money unless our affiliates are making money. So we want them to have the best opportunities, to have the strongest business possible. It only makes sense for our shareholders as well. So again, avoyanetwork.com, reach out, start the conversation. My team is more than happy to provide all of those details. And of course, while you're at it, give us a follow or a like or a subscription or make the bell ring, all those cool things that you can do with social media. At Avoya Travel Network on social media, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. Give us a follow, stay up to date, all the latest that's going on with Avoya Travel, or reach out through the website, right? Avoyanetwork.com, or maybe just send me an email, chris.greene@avoyatravel.com. Pick up the phone. Let's do this the old-fashioned way. We love telling our story. We love hearing about your inspiration and your plans and what you've done so far in the industry and how together we might make something even more amazing happen. So again, start the conversation, avoyanetwork.com, or give me a call, shoot me an email. Let's just chat, or I'll get you together with somebody on my team. Big thank you to Sam McCully for that great explanation on Avoya marketing today. Thank you to Annabella from Trade Marketing for doing a wonderful job in promoting and producing our segment. And of course, thank you for being part of On Deck with Avoya. Until next Thursday, take care, everyone.